Greetings everyone. Today on the bench I have a collection of budget speakers. And when I say budget, I mean really inexpensive. A lot of audio channels call a budget speaker something under $200 or $300, but these, with the exception of that one, which we'll discuss in a moment, these are well under $100. So I want to compare them and see which one is the best to buy of them all. So over here we have the Dayton Audio B652. This is a sealed unit. It's the largest of them all. It has a 6.5-inch woofer. And I've had this one probably for 9 or 10 years. That's one reason I'm doing these particular speakers. They're ones that I've had. None of them have been sent to me for free or anything like that. I purchased these all. The next one here is the MTX Monitor 5i. As I try to remove the grill here one-handed. There we go. Obviously a ported speaker. I think that's a 5 or 5 1/4. Of course the port. I think it's the nicest looking as far as the laminate or the veneer, I should say, go. Vinyl, they're all vinyl. This has a wood grain texture on all sides. Where the Dayton Audio ones, the rest of them are Dayton Audio. They just have a textured vinyl. And this is, like I say, a wood grain. The speaker is the deepest of them all. Probably has about the same volume as this one, because this one is not nearly as deep as this one. There you go. So yeah, the MTX Monitor 5i. Now this speaker, when it came out, it was a lot less expensive. I don't remember what I paid for it, $60, $70. But now they want $130 for a pair of these. This one started out, I think I paid like $30 for it. Now it's $50, and it might go on sale for less. But these are relatively expensive than the rest of these speakers. Next is the Dayton Audio B452. It's kind of the little brother of this one. And these sell for, I believe, around $40. And they might go on sale. I think I got these for under $30 3 or 4 years ago. And it's a sealed cabinet. Now I should mention they do have the Air version of these, which has an AMT type tweeter. And those are an option. I don't know how they sound because I've never owned them, but that is an option. Last but not least is the MK402 speaker. I've had these for about 5 years now. And the current version is the X. I think they modified the crossover slightly to adjust something with the treble. But I've been pretty happy with these. I have the pre-X version. They sell for, right now they're on sale for $60. I think that's the price they originally started at. So yeah, pretty budget friendly speaker, I would say. I had to break to get the grill off, but it has a sculpted design. About the same size as the speaker here. This one is a ported design. It's a little deeper. This one is the smallest speaker. It's it's not that tall, and it's pretty narrow. This one's a little deeper. Has better terminals, and of course the port on the back. I'm not going to review these in their entirety. I've done a review of this one and this one, but I just wanted to kind of do a side-by-side listening test, and I will post audio. I'll set up an audio recorder, and I know the limitations of doing a recording of a speaker because of the quality of the recorder, the room acoustics, and then the YouTube compression, and of course what you're listening to on your end of the deal. So, but I think you can still hear a little bit of the sound of these speakers when I do that. But I'm going to listen to them with a bunch of different music with my own ears and report back on my findings. Okay, for the recording setup here, I have the speakers placed at the edge of the table. The smaller speaker on a book to, raise it up a little bit so they're even. I have my PCM recorder here, setting back between the speakers and between the drivers, so it's as fair as possible, I think. For amplification, I use the JAT 501, and I have some music, lounge, jazz, YouTube safe stuff. AB switch, I can go between the speakers here. So, without further ado, let's get started. I'll indicate which speaker is playing, of course. You can hear quite a difference in the efficiency. Of course, this being a smaller speaker, it's going to be less efficient, and this one does much better with the bass. So what we'll do now is I'll keep this speaker here, and we'll switch this one out with the MTX Monitor 5i. Well, to my ears, it's very interesting. This one, I like its bass. This one seems to have, I don't know, a peak in the treble region. Kind of the mid-lower treble region. I don't know the exact frequency without testing it, maybe around 3,000 hertz or 4,000 hertz. It seems to be a peak. It's very unnatural to me. And yeah, like I said, I think the bass is a little better on this one. Okay, so now the MK402. Well, really impressive sound quality with this speaker. Very good bass. Sound quality wise just blows all these other speakers away. And the price is amazing. A pair of them for $60. It's going to be tough to beat this speaker. It just stands head and shoulders above these. And it's the only speaker that uses a proper crossover. These other speakers just use a capacitor to limit the bass frequencies from getting to the tweeter. And there's going to be shortcomings in doing something like that. Where this has a 4 or 5 element crossover, which does much better. And the newer X version of the speaker has even more crossover components as they were trying to tune some issues out. Though to me, this thing sounds pretty good as it is. Certainly you can spend more money and do better. But for $60, it's just an amazing little speaker. In second place, I would get this one. This, it's larger, it's more efficient. If you have a lower power system. Now these smaller, inefficient speakers are going to need more power to bring them up to the same level. And when you do that, you can start to suffer from compression. It's just a physical fact of smaller speakers. Though they can use more expensive components to combat that, it only goes so far. But if you can find these on sale for, say, $40 or even less, I would recommend these. They don't sound too bad. I'm not going to say they're hi-fi or anything, but for the money, definitely go this. Completely avoid this speaker here, the MTX Monitor 5i. It is awful. It just sounds very colored. It seems to have that peak. You might be able to tweak it and fix it, but why would you spend $130 when you can get something for less than half the price that's much, much better in performance? And finally, we have the B452. It's just a cheap budget speaker. If you can get them on sale for like $30, that's fine. They make a good surround type speaker, or something you want to use with a super budget computer type sound system or something for the kids. But I would stay away from this one unless you're on a super tight budget, especially when you have something like this for well under $100 that sounds as good as it does. So there you have it. A test of 4 really inexpensive speakers. Kind of just block that one out. It's just no good. It's way overpriced and sounds the worst. It's like a $15 speaker, so nah. We don't want that around. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Check, check.